Let me start this recording here. Good morning. It's May 1st, 2023. And guess what? We've already had an M7 flare coming around the corner as the sun moves. Boy, oh boy, we're in for it now. A new sunspot is emerging over the sun's northeastern limb and is crackling with M-class solar flares. The active region hurled at least 2 bright CMEs into space yesterday. Neither Earth directed, though. That's good for us. If the sunspot continues to grow, it could become a significant source of geoeffective flares as it turns towards Earth later this week. It'll do about a week, a little bit more than, about a week. Yeah, but probably by next weekend. But yeah, M7 flares, 3293. This one's designated. And it's, an M7 already. Bam. Bam. 1309 it happened. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's the big news of the morning. The other big news is, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. How was your weekend, everybody? I pray it was well. I've been working behind the scenes trying to get the system running a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, a little bit faster, and learning along the way, trying to prepare for some new content here on JSL and a new way of doing some of the things that I do. And also, trying to make it a little more fun for y'all. We had family time last Saturday, and I'll tell you, it was pretty good. We had about, 10 people on. And, family night is it's something that I do for those who are contributors here at JSL. I'll send a link, and then we'll do a private discussion or private hangout, and we'll watch either a movie or something, and BS. Usually the BS was, I can't get it to work. So I'll have to work it better than that. The more that happens, the more people get used to the way it's set up. It'll be a lot easier. The program, it's a browser-based program, and it's best used with Chrome and or the Google Chrome, and when you do it, you just accept the 2 items, such as your video card and your sound, your microphone, and then on the backside, before or let in, I kill the video. So there's a lot of people that just don't want to be on TV like me. Here, look at here, JSL been on here 4 years. And there's only been a few who have seen me. And that was when we were running right at the beginning. And, nobody wants to see my mug. It's not about me anyway. It's about all y'all and, what you bring to the table. And the conversation. And what I do here at JSL is to stimulate the conversation into some sort of geologic discussion or geopolitical discussion, or earthquake discussion or storm discussion, something to do with outside of the psychological discussions, right? Yeah. And if there's prayer that needs done, we'll do prayer, but that's all part of what we do here at JSL. And the educational part, with the Professor Nick and the other professors that I'll be doing. Those are what happens here at JSL. Hopefully, the rabbit hole will be a draw. The rabbit holes are both podcasts like what we do here. This is a podcast. It's a live podcast. And we do have video associated with it. The live people, they get to see it here on twitch.tv/JoeSlickLive. while we're on Twitch. I don't know that's going to be a forever thing, but we are approaching. I think today is going to be 900 and about 7 episodes, and I'll have to change a little sign there. It says 800 plus, but yeah, we're 900. And I record them, and then I don't always post them because sometimes the format doesn't suit the where to post it. If I post it on my own website, which we have, joeslicklive.com is out there, and a sample of our morning report is also on there, and you can check that out. I don't know if it's a good sample. I just don't know. I haven't listened to it. So, dude, I just speak and ramble on in the mornings, and sometimes it goes 25 minutes, sometimes it goes 3 hours. You just never know what's happening. But there's a bunch happening in the world today. It's a lot of fun. And Patches, please get your microphone and your thing working so that you can be on there. Snarls, always a pleasure to see you, bud. And Vampire Baby changed his name or her name. Don't remember who it was, but hey, let us know there, Vampire. Definitely has been around a bit. Good morning to Dakota Man, and good morning to Susan. Good morning to Tim. Good morning to Comanche. Big hugs. I pray you're doing well and you're recovering nicely. Good morning to Patches and the Mysterioso Paul Collins. Good morning to Rocket Bob 76. Good morning, Red Wagon. Good morning, Canuck. Always good to hear you. And I know that you said it was raining at your place, so that's expected, right? Springtime. I know it's not springtime for somebody else. They planted all their plants and they got frozen out. So it's, winter's not letting loose right now. So be careful out there when you're planting your plants. Good morning, Croatian dude. Good morning, Margie, who's cool. She's definitely cool, baby. Let me tell you. She was on and she's funny, man. She cracks me up. I love talking with Margie. Good morning, Flutter Girl. Always a pleasure. 8-Egg Boy. I'm not sure, but that we might have a few bots in here that we'll have to definitely zap. If you're not a bot and you're in there, well, guess what? You might be booted, but you can always send me a whisper and tell me, that you're not a bot. Yeah, well, there's a bot right there. He's on the list. So banga bonga boongo. Bam, bam. Got him. Yep. So I'm having to go through this list here. Hold on. All right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I see that one. I got him. He wasn't on the list a bit ago. Yeah, he was on the list now. I got that sucker. I got to kill a bot today. I'm not a bot. ADAC says I'm not a bot. Oh, that's great, ADAC. Where are you from, ADAC? So we can, when we do the weather report or something like that, we know the area that you're at, and we can pay special attention to that. So, it's all about the community here at JSL. So it's not about me putting on a show and telling you fancy stories, because I don't know. Sometimes I just pull my finger. Anyway, that's kind of me, I guess. But such as fancy stories, I don't know about. There he is. Paradise. He's in paradise. I'm not a bot. Paradise, California, or Paradise, some other place. ADAC. Um, Chichin Legzilla. Yeah, the chicken leg is moving, baby. We've had a lot of activity over the weekend. We'll review that. We'll review the earthquakes and the volcanic activity over the weekend in this morning report. Hog heaven. All right. All right. Jeez. Jeez Louise. I'm not about a boop. That's funny. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see somebody there. Um, yeah, we almost got you. Um, yeah, I finally changed my name. I'm not used to having a weekday off. Vampire Baby says. And Milton Van Doom is out there, of course. And I'm sure Snarls is out here. And I'm waiting for people to come on. Usually this is about the time. Yeah, Snarls is out there. Yep, right on. And who usually else comes up? Like 42. Where's 42? Um, unless he's the vampire. um, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Always love a good sense of humor. People's privacy. That's why I say the generalized area. Don't tell me your address. I don't unless I'm sending something to you, or you're sending something to me. So, yeah, we don't just region. That way we can like Sister Susan. We know the region where she's at, so we pray for those storms to go around her. Or if there's an earthquake, we can she's in the area. Make sure she's safe. That's kind of the reason why we ask about where you're kind of from. So it's all good, you know. Wishing I was fishing. Well, you still have a little ice up in there, buddy. Speaking of ice, I was watching here YouTube yesterday. These people had put their plants in and got devastated by a snowstorm. Yeah, they got like 18 inches of snow. It's like killed all their plants, all their tomatoes, and oops. Yeah, but what a shame. What a shame. Adak is in Alaska. Yeah. Canuck. Hog heaven. Yeah. Yep. We have to also remember, too, that people next door don't want to be outed because of what happens next door. So be aware of that, too. So when you're talking with somebody, there are many people that, traverse both sides, and the other side has a deep resentment and kind of cultic attitude, and they'll attack anybody. And although many of them were really good, but I think the new ones on there are more YouTube-y kind of. Well, that's he elicits that. He brings that on, and because he's on the edge, he's the cutting edge, right? But I pray that we don't create a problem for somebody who does traverse both sides. So because he doesn't give everything, and I don't give everything, and there's plenty of new groups out there, new people putting up. I guess there's I just found 2 new ones here yesterday. Just flicking through, and I go, oh my God, there's another one. Just like So there's so many people that are doing this. After his implosion, it seemed that other people, are saying, "Hey, there's a need out here," and like I said, there are many, 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 many people who are doing what I'm doing now, which I've done since 2019, September of 2019, when it was right after Ridgecrest, and there was a lot going on. There was some volcanic activity, and the site went down. We're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I said, I start one up. I say, "Look, I got one going. Everybody come here, and when he goes on, I'll turn it off." And I did that for a couple of times, but he was trying to set up his partner, and it just never took. His partner's a nice guy too. I think he is, but yeah, I'm just, unfortunately, it's that it kept going down, up and down, up and down. Consistency was what I was looking for, and so I started JSL and doing it 24/7 on January 1st of 2020, and I've been doing it ever since. So here we are, 23 May 1st. So 3 years and what, 5 months and a day. Not too bad, almost 3.5 years, and I can tell you I probably have only missed about less than 2 weeks of doing it Monday through Friday in those 3 years. So, sometimes I'll take, an evening myself or that, but I feel awfully guilty if I do that. I figure you guys and girls want something going, but it's the site's always been up. Me being here, and I haven't missed much. When I couldn't talk because I was hacking all the time from COVID, that was the longest stretch. I was like almost 5 days. I still, worked through it, but yeah, that was tough. I couldn't breathe very well, but yep. Aside from that, we've grown. We've kind of developed kind of a way of operating here. I've enjoyed so many that blocked me. Patches. Here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, Joe Bob, how are you? How are you? Always a pleasure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not necessarily about me here, and it's about watching what's going on the planet, in space. That's probably, might have seen a couple of the other channels do what we've done, and I like one or two of them. I try not to watch them at all because I don't want to be accused. Oh, are you stealing the material? Screw you, man. It's the planet, it's the stars, whatever. I'm not trying to find all that stuff. I don't need to. Plus, y'all are out there doing it. You're out there bringing the information in as much as I am. I'm just, out here to put forth what I see in my observation and create the conversation. That's all I'm doing. That's my vocation. This is what I do 24/7. It's to create that atmosphere of respect one another, and also start the conversation. That's it. You, the listener right now, and the contributors, which there are many contributors here. It's more about you, and it's about what you bring to the table. And some people, they just don't want to, or they're afraid. And I do everything I can so that people aren't afraid. But sometimes they are, and anonymity is a real important thing. Like Denise UK. A lot of anonymity there. Huh? So, she's cool. I like her quite a bit. But we're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Locals. I haven't put anything in Locals, but I think one thing so far. The rabbit holes will be put there. That's where they're going to be. Twitter, Facebook. I removed all the material from YouTube, but this YouTube and an Instagram as well. Got my Instagram removed by somebody, and that was weird. Taken over, right? So I'm gonna have to probably pay for this site that removes all the other, where they sell your data and stuff. I'll be doing that probably just to clean up what's going on. Many of the sites, I get, oh yeah, be friends with me. Okay. Well, mistake, because I'm often getting people who want to date. No, dude, girl. No, I don't know what you are, and I don't care what you are. Just I don't want to date you, and I don't want to play a game with you or whatever. It's just not my bag of tricks. I'm too damn old, and I've got enough problems right here with the one I got. I don't want more problems with her. She's my honey for 30 years almost. So, what is it? June 1st. Hey, man, my anniversary's in 30 days. Can you believe that? Wow. Oh my God. What let's see here. Yeah. 28 years it'll be. Wow. Yep, it'll be 28 years. Yep. In a month. Can you believe that? 28 years and 30 years already together. So, wow, that's a long time. I know, right? Sergeant Schultz, I'll stand to attention with you, sweetie. No doubt. Um, yeah, you were one of the people that I've adored for several years. And you and Susan and all the Susans, there's like 3 of them, 4 of them. But and an Oz girl, of course. Hey, have you heard from Oz? I haven't seen her in a little bit. I pray that she's doing well. And you are too. I know the weather came in, and that was a lot of it out there. So I miss her, by the way. But yeah, the nighttime crew over next door was probably the best fun I had over on that channel anyway. And that's part of the reason why I started this up. Yeah, thank you, Bob. It's there's a lot of really good people over next door, and there are a couple only bad apples, but there are a lot of really good people over there, and I miss them quite a bit. But I can't be accused of, stealing his stuff. Whatever, dude. We're so beyond it right now. We have a really good information coming out here, and it's right out of the stuff that's articles, professors, and teachings, and then our observations, and not trying to lead anybody astray, not trying to create any drama, just doing our thing here. And I think that's what differentiates us and everybody else. This community is pretty awesome, and I so enjoy all of you. With that said, oh yeah. Yeah, your ways are simply different. Forecasting methods are what they are. You have your own ideas. It's just different. Yeah, I think you're right there, Joe Bob. You're right. I'm not criticizing one or the other. Um, and I try to. Um, I don't want to get into the what do you call it? Mm, um, the dramatization of things. Um, just hey, this is my opinion. This is how I see it. I look at it kind of more from um, a geological point of view, but more on how it looks like the Earth has been moving over time. And I take into account of the um, fault systems and the Coulomb stress, and but I also add a little bit of the solar because I think the solar is part of it. I don't think it's what's creating it, but I think it's part of it. And we often see that forest fires happen where there's earthquakes. Why is that? Well, the rocks under pressure break and they spark. Well, how do you tell that? I don't know. So Greece today is popping a little bit, I see, and Japan still saying hello. Okinawa. Uh, I think it's odd that Okinawa's kind of bouncing. Turkey's still doing its thing. Um, and it's gonna for you get a 7.8 and a 7.6 together, right? You're gonna have some boom boom. Think of how long and how many earthquakes happened after Ridgecrest. Wasn't there? It was a ton. Yeah. So yeah, massive fires break out all across Mexico today. Uh-oh. The chicken leg. It's on the move. Uh, yeah, we're trying to figure out how it works. I'm not trying to forecast so much. And nice to see you, Albert, by the way. I didn't see you last night. Um, you were in and then you were out. Um, yeah, you got yourself dressed today. That's great. I hope you get well. I know you got a couple broken ribs there, and um, praying for you that you feel better. And yeah, shoot. Yeah, let's get right into what's going on around the world here. First, we'll start with space, right? Dun 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 dun. Teaching. There we go. Is it this one I should do, or should I do that one, or that one? Yeah, that one looks good. That one looks good. All right. Solar wind right now is blowing at 479, so it's dropped down just a bit. The density of protons, hey, it's minuscule. It's less than one. Like, hey, we've had a couple of solar or a solar flare, an M7 at 1309, and we'll see if that one's on the list here, if we can see it. There it is. Look at that. See, it just happened. 1309 right there. Right now we're at 1430. So an hour and a half ago, that would be what? 6 o'clock my time. Yeah, I was on and I was kind of looking around, and it's still, there's no wind outside, and I don't like that outside. So it's very still right now. I'm a little, every time it's still, it's like, uh-oh, uh-oh. Anyway, so we have an M flare, an M7 you can see, and we'll do the 1 day, or come on, 6 hours. There we go. An M7 didn't make an 8 or 9 or an X, but it's zapped, and we just came through almost another M. It looks like an M, a C8 that just happened, and we're coming out of it right now. So there's a good chance that we might see where that M probably. Whoa, there it was. Boom, baby. Yeah. All right, here we go. 6 o'clock. Dun, 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 dun. It's on 13. So boom, there's a good one. What the heck happened there? Boom. And that's the area that I'm concerned about with the dream I had last night. So I don't know. I didn't say an area, but yeah. incredible uplift. Yeah. Over Africa right now. Boom. West Africa gets hit. Here we go. 1300. Bam. Wow. Oh, man. And then another one shortly thereafter. Yep. Boom. Right there. All right. So, right here. Look at that. Wow. So, it looks like from the Middle East westward, all of Western Europe, part of Scandinavia, Iceland, all of England and the UK, and then over on the west side, Canuck got zapped. Yes, he did, and Caracas on the south there, and all of Brazil there. So, yeah, wow. So the mid-Atlantic is a zapparini. So I get the, yeah. I was a little concerned about Luzon today because I'm trying to figure out, I've never seen the city I was in, but yeah, I'll tell you about that. So if you read up and chat there, you probably could see it, what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Canuck got zapped a little bit less. You get a little orangey there. All right up to Israel, and looks like Turkey got boomed, and then Scandinavia got zapped, and then Iceland, a little bit of Greenland, and then the east coast of the United States. But right down here in this section here, that's a problem right there. And yeah, zapparini'd. All right, and then just shortly thereafter, there's another one right directly over the Central Atlantic. So a wave of energy moving. Let's go look at the ground magnetics. I don't know how far back these go. What's the time? 1500 UT. All right, so, and this is where we're looking for the sun. So 11 o'clock. So it should hit around 13. So we'll see what 12 is picking up. Let's see, right around 13 something. There's 13. All right, so it picked up about 13:30. And looking at this, and then, oh man, that's one I got to put in there. Where was it? Daylight, tide, solar. There it is. That's where the sun is, and that's where the flare hit, as you can see, because it was. And a moon. Yep, looks like it's a full moon here, eh? Yeah, so bango bongo. Of course, if the sun is right there, then we should see some pull. And it looks like right here to right there. The northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, they interact with one another pretty well. So I think the ground magnetics, which is what we're looking at here, magnetic perturbs over the globe. These are ground level. Not like, I don't think the dirt itself, but I think at the ground level, that the push and a pull of the sun's right here. And we can see a peak right there, which is just off the coast of Greenland. And we see a peak right here, which is off the Antarctic ridge down here. And Caligula being down here. I know it's not Caligula, but I can't say the word. So it's somewhere between there. So maybe we'll see something in South Africa. We might see something in Canaries or the other little islands up in here, or maybe up in this section. And we may see something on the Eastern Caribbean. So that's something I'm going to be watching for. Not that it's predictive, all right? I'm just saying there's the areas I'm watching. I'm still trying to see if indeed there's any correlation between this, the ground magnetics, the charging of our planet, and the solar, the sun, which I'll need to put that one in, and these solar flares, right? The absorption. See, our planet absorbing what? Yeah. Absorbing stuff. And does it play a role in our weather, our plate movement? That's kind of what's up in the air, and that's kind of why we're looking at things saying, hey, maybe this has portion to it. And we all just kind of like look at it. There's 42. Good morning, my brother. Wildfires in Portugal and Spain too. Uh-oh. Shoot. A lot of hot spots in Texas. All right. Well, let's ding, 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 ding. Okay, I understand. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Yep. Mm-hmm. The chicken leg. I think the chicken leg's moving now. The first time I've seen this, and it would let me believe that there's a stretching going on here. There's more pressure added here as this moves this direction, and then as it slides north. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of activity in Oaxaca again. Up also in the Guerrero area on both sides of Acapulco. Seeing a little bit, not so much in Colima, but off the coast here. Yeah. So the stretching of the tendons on this side, the compression up in this side, and you can see a little bit of the Texas liniment that goes right through here. It comes out. There's a little bit of something, but not a whole lot. So more compression here, and more quake activity out of Garlock. We've seen it, and over the weekend. In the past 30 days, we've seen clearly coming down to Walker Lane. It's very, very visible. Let me see. Yeah, I'll bring that to you right now. Yep. Was it on weekly? No, it wasn't a weekly. It was. Darn it. There we go. And I'll see if I can show you what happened over the weekend. And we were doing a little look and see and saying, hey, what's going on? And we saw that event happen, right? The Kermitics. Yeah, booming, right? And then we saw last week that event happening, right? You can see clearly right here. And then this actually moved over, and we had that big 6 right there on the Sumatra. Yeah. And so those things we're watching. Oh yeah, here it is. So the short term over the weekend, we saw this where the activity seems to be moving here and kicking over there in Southern Cal here, kicking from this point and then banging over it, then going right back up. Now this is Ridgecrest up here. Garlock comes around right through here. And this is like the 7-day, actually. We had a swarm here that moved up here. And these just kept popping. But the swarm down here in the delta, just in Calexico, moved up to north of Brawley. Brawley's in the middle. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. But the trend, just looking at the trend, see, oh, there's an earthquake here. Oh, there's right here. It's on the San. Oh, it's off the San Andreas. No, I look at the trend. What the trend is. The trend clearly is going this way in 7 days and straight up. There's also a trend that comes straight out right there. And so in doing that, when I was looking at that, I said, wow, that's pretty insane. And here's another one, right? That was the first one I drew, I think, right there. And we get this. This is 30 days now, right? The yellow and blue stripers, right? Then there's the green, which is where it turns out to Garlock. The red one is the San Andreas, of course. And there's a group of, a rounded group of earthquakes here. There's a rounded group of earthquakes here, a rounded group of earthquakes here, and a rounded group of earthquakes down here. So in looking at this bend, right, that's to me, all this is moving north. And with the courses that we've taken, many of us have taken, 3 or 4 courses in geology now. Not that we did a grade, we kind of just sat in the class. And now we can start to see, hey, what's going on? We can kind of understand that the whole entire West Coast is moving northwest. And it isn't just, this portion of the San Andreas. No. It's a good portion of, Cali and all that. Right? And you, like I said, you can trend this because that's where it's all getting bent. So if you straighten this out, right, take all of this and moved it out here, all these here would be down here at one time. And the same with this, move it straight down, bring all this back down. The Mendocino you got to bring down to San Francisco and even further, probably down into Mexico at one time, or even San Diego area, And we can see the trends coming out of San Diego. You can see the differential colors. There's an interesting correlation between what's happening out here. Barstow's right here in the middle. What's interesting is just south of Barstow is Big Bear, and then you have San Gorgonio. That's the split. And then you have the purple and the purple and yellow. That's San Jacinto, and then the little red one next to it, that would be the Elsinore, and then the other one coming out would be the Sierra Madre fault, which also goes right up through here. Sierra Madre. This is the other ones that come across, and then almost if you can see it right out here, this line comes right in there and goes up. The Mendocino does the same thing. There's another one down here that comes right in, and it comes just past, and that's the Anza Gap. So these lines out here in the ocean tell us what's going on here on shore. These aren't so bent because they're just moving in the same direction, but those strike slips are happening, and that's what they are. Those strike slips are happening, and this is why Southern Cal was banging over the weekend, and many people are like, "What's going on? What's going on? Is it going to be the end of the world?" I didn't think so, but you can see that's without the lines. This event, and then it changed to this event, and I think there was maybe one quake this morning that was down here. But you can see this is clearly along the San Jacinto fault. This is the Elsinore fault. And the break right here, That's the Anza Gap. I call it the Anza Gap. I don't know why. Probably because World War II reference, but and then it comes right out through here, through Yucca Valley, and then it comes back over here. So it's interesting how this plate is jagged, much like what you see down here, or if I opened up the USGS. You'll see the Juan de Fuca. See this? The jagged thing? Well, that's what's going on here too. But it isn't on the clear plate boundary of the San Andreas. It's inland and goes up. And then we have down here all the spreading zone. So it's more complicated than, some people would say, oh, there's a big earthquake going to happen. Well, why do you think that? What's your thought? Well, it's quiet. Well, is the qualification because it's quiet mean it should be an earthquake? That we're looking for an earthquake? Well, God forbid, because everywhere else is quiet, and between here and here and here, here and here, all these, right? Does that mean, we're looking for earthquakes? Earthquakes do happen, but they're not the initiator of the quake itself. Earthquakes are a response of something else. Earthquakes are telling us something. Number one, the plate's moving. Huh? Yeah, it's being pulled down over here and up in here. It's being pulled. Huh? Mm-hmm. Hey, it's part of it, man. So, I mean, Washington's possible. Okay. Chicky leg. Is that Mount Jefferson? Oregon, too? Chicky leg. Maybe Hanford or Rattlesnake Ridge. Washington, possibly. So, SoCal looks like it's priming to go big. It may be, but geologic time and human time are different. We're all used to the the microwave. We put food in there, bzz, and then we want to eat it right now because that's how we think. We only hear on a short time. Our lifespan doesn't go more than 150 years. Yet, and transhumanism wants it to be, take your consciousness and put it into a robot. And yeah. But are you just your consciousness? Yeah. I don't know. And it's fake consciousness. Yeah. It's like how you act, how you think. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. But I'm just saying it's interesting how the plate's jagged in here and it's not the San Andreas up in here. This also is a compressional section of the San Andreas, this bottom part. Well, why do you say that? Well, let's look at here. All right, continental oceanic convergent boundaries, purple, compression. Red, it's a spreading zone. Green, it's transform fault, strike slip, right? Then we go right over here, come right up. There's the compression. That means this plate and this plate compressing one another. Then you have strike slip and you got spreading, right? Here's the East Pacific rise, right? It goes all the way up. And because of this landmass of the chicken leg, the chicken leg over here, this is being pushed. Otherwise, this, East Pacific rise would go straight up into Yellowstone. Yeah. But that's a theory of mine. And it's been pushed so much so that this and this, which were together at one time, much like this, has been broken between this section and this section. Mm-hmm. The introduction of the North American plate onto this edge of the Pacific plate. Whether they believe there's other plates down there or not, I don't care. They're prior to what we see out here. The edge of the Pacific. Parts of the edge of the Pacific, I think, go underneath North America. But that's what I think. It doesn't mean I can prove it. It's just a theory, an idea. You know, then we have subduction here and subduction there. Well, you know, why do you think there's subduction here? Well, these things are spreading zones, right? It's creating it. This is already ridden over it. So it broke. This subduction moved closer and closer. Pretty soon it will take over. Yeah. So if you just back this thing out over here, this East Pacific rise meets East Pacific rise. This spreading zone is out here and just pushing it. Pushing it, and it's overridden it down here. That's what I think is going on. But hey, you have a different idea? Go ahead and put it out there. That's okay. You know? And because of looking at those geological points of view, you know, which a lot of it is theoretical. If you've listened to the teachers, the professors, well, one camp says this, another camp says that. Well, what's the truth? Well, we know plates are moving and things are, you know, continents are moving. Yeah, that's what we know. You know, well, how come earthquakes are happening? Well, two plates crashing against each other or being subducted, right? How does mountain building happen? Well, part of the learning here at JSL, that's how you learn this stuff. You know, complicated area too. Really complicated area here. You know, all this was down here. It's been moving like crazy. 69 moving straight north, right? All this is moving to the west. 87, 96. Yeah, it's a big toilet bowl right here. Yeah, you see it's moving the opposite way. Oh, 92 moving that way. 84 moving that way. Away from the trench. It's counterclockwise. These are all converging on each other. So, because this is pushing it all. It's pushing all and it's being subducted underneath it all. It's being pulled down. Pulling all of this. You can see the speed of these things. Incredible speed. So, and I guess that's what I'm seeing. So in, not solar stuff, but in conjunction with what we're seeing here in Southern Cal, look at the greater picture. It helps to understand that. And how does solar stuff play into a factor? Well, over time we see charging of the planet. What does charging the planet mean? It's still a theory. Still working on it. Jeff Day of China took this picture here. I think it's a pretty cool picture, actually. Look at all of it. What's all that red stuff? That's the aurora. Yep, in China. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. SARs are red arcs of light that ripple across the sky during some geometric storms. These were discovered in 1956, at the beginning of the space age. Researchers didn't know what they were and unwittingly gave them a misleading name, stable aurora red arcs, or SARs. In fact, SARs are neither stable nor auroras. Auroras appear when charged particles rain down from space, hitting the atmosphere and causing it to glow like a picture tube of an old color TV, which many of you never seen, but some of us have. SARs are formed differently. They are a sign of heat energy leaking into the upper atmosphere from Earth's ring current system. That's where everything gets charged, baby. They are leaking. That means it's full. Leaking of the upper atmosphere of Earth's ring current, right? What happens when you put a lot of energy into a wire? It heats up. Yeah. That's what's going on, baby. A donut-shaped circuit plasma carrying millions of amps around our planet. To me, that's the booger. That is all. This thing gets charged up and then does things. But, we got to lay the foundation first. SARs are among the reddest things in the sky. The monochromatic glow at 6,300 amps comes from the atomic oxygen in the upper atmosphere. The human eye is relatively insensitive to the light at this wavelength, but cameras record the color easily. Pro tip for photographers: use a 6300A filter. Seeing auroras from China is very difficult, says Dai. It happens maybe 1 to 2 times every 11 years. Seeing an SAR is even more rare. It was dreamy. You can check that crap out right there, right? Over North America. And way down here. And even San Diego, they were seeing it. So, hey. That's right. But look at that. Whoa. Wow. Pretty cool stuff, man. Let's see. KP index right now is very quiet. It's less than 3. So between 1 and 3. There's no significant coronal holes, just one down here in the bottom. Here's the energy that's hit this with the M flare this morning. Right there. This morning for the U.S., it'd be the afternoon for the U.K. Class M flare chance, 40%. Class X is 5. It's picked up a little bit. Mid-latitude geomagnetic storms, about 30%. Active is about 15% for the high latitudes. Let's go ahead and look into stereo. Let's see what we can see here. And so we're looking at 5-1. Oops. 430. 501. Alrighty. Search. Boom. Whoa. Oh, there's a lot of. Look at that thing. Oh, it kicked off something. That didn't come to us. It went north of us. Oh boy. The swarm at Southern California over the weekend as Golden State continues to see massive uptick in coastal quake damage. One earthquake that shook the Salton Sea region located south of Joshua Tree registered 4.5. The first earthquake occurred near U.S.-Mexican border down Huber at 12 p.m. Saturday. And more than 4 dozen tremors were subsequently registered over the next 18 hours. According to U.S. Geological Survey, the latest quake comes after a new report from U.S. indicated that California is projected to lose an average of $9.6 billion a year from earthquake damage. Yeah, I don't think earthquakes are watching how much money it cost the humans. Yeah, the humans. Look at that. That's a blast right there, boy. Boom. And they think that went north of us. It started on the 30th, so here's a little bit there. Bam, there's another one on the 22nd. I mean on the 30th as well. That one there is from the 1st. That's probably from the X. I mean the M. Oh, that one's at us. Yep, that one just came at us. Now, it's probably not going to do much damage to us. Let's see here. I know I have it, so. Is this it? No, that's Laws of Master. Chocolate tidbits. Oh. That's the charge of our planet, the electron charge across the North America here. Here we go. Here's the prediction. They got all the way to the 4th, so it might be updated. I'm not sure. It starts on the 27th. No, it's not updated. It's always where they started. And there's a little popper coming right at us. You can see it just goes right below. All right. And there's one that went off. Now they don't have this updated yet because it starts on the 27th, because the 30th had a pretty good old pop. Yeah. This is the velocity down here. This is the plasma. The sun's always pushing out plasma towards us. The wind is dropping down significantly, but you can see on the 30th around the, maybe this is updated, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a blast, 2 blasts that went south of us and 1 went north of us. This is the side view. This is the top view looking down. This is the side view looking straight across. And you can see on the 30th around, let me see, what time would that be when that popped loose? The 29th at midnight. Oh. Search results. Yeah, here's from May 1st here. See, they don't have the newest one right there. That came up at us. It might go to the north of us. Let me see where. All right, so this one's at 9 o'clock on the 30th. Let's see here. Here's the 29th. Yeah, there's something coming out already. They say it came out at midnight. There's 10 o'clock on May 1st. They don't have the newest one, I don't think. Yeah. See, it's not gonna create so much problems for us. But yeah, this yeah. So that blast on the 30th, it's going to go north of us. Boom. Yeah, that happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then 1300 was that one over there. That's 12. Yeah, so we might get a little something, but I'm not thinking we're going to get much. Near Earth asteroids. Today is May 1st, 2023. There are 2,316 potentially hazardous asteroids. What that is that's a asteroid that is a football field size or larger. American football, that is. 300 feet across. Or 300 feet long. But we measured across, eh? All right. Today being May 1st, we'll look down here, May 1st. There are 3 rocks flying around us or traveling. One is about 43 feet across. Another is 45. And another is 96 feet across. All of these are, the first 2 are, they're not too far away from us. About 3.5 distances of the Earth to the moon. The other one is this little bit smaller one is about 5.25 distances, but the larger one is 16.75 distances away. And look at the smaller one here. And the smaller one, the condition code 7. They've been watching it for 8 days. They first seen it from the 16th of last month. So they find new ones every day, baby. And you can see this one goes just past Mars and comes back around, flies over us, and continues. It flies over Mars and then under Mars and goes back over us. So it's not a whole lot to worry about thus far. And so that's that. Look at the dynamic pressure from the sun. Just to take a quick look. Should be kind of low. Yeah, it is. It's less than 1. The wind pops around between 500 and low 4s. It's all over the place today. That's weird. Standoff distance way high, 17, 18 out here, and then it pops down in here. All right. Alaska, maybe they have a better picture in Alaska. Boom. Right at the new month split over. Yeah, that one's coming at us. All right, so it'll be on the north side of us, but yeah. We'll look at this one again, a little further distance. That's at 4:30. That's it. Just, you can see that popper right there. This is just after 4:30. Turnover 1800 hours. 1921. 21, you can see that one. You see how this goes over here and this here. That is directed towards us. But it looks like it might go behind us. And another little popper. 9. Look at this one though. See, this one here is related to this one here. Not quite a full halo, but definitely sent toward us. Yeah. See, here's the edge of it. Yeah. So, I don't know. It'll pick up a little stuff. Charging of our planet. Let's see what else we have. The trimmers picked up a little bit over the weekend, and on Sunday they didn't have anything. It's now posted as 99. You can see up here again it has picked back up in the Washington area. This is not an indication of an earthquake. There are a lot of theories running around rampant saying, oh, well, you know, the big one's going to hit. Well, they don't know the big one's going to hit. Nobody does. But they know it will happen. So the guy who calls it and then it happens, well, he's going to get all the fame, right? Yeah, because everybody else missed it. Mm-hmm. But you can see there's some vibrations here. Let's look at what Canada's got real quick up in the area. It doesn't appear they have anything new. Just a grouping here, which are semi-old, right? 413. Here's the orange ones are newer. 425. 425, right? They do see a couple minor quakes in Washington. Here's another one here. 428. Are these an indicator with the vibrations that anything's going to happen? What it is this indicator that the two pieces of or a group of materials being crunched together. It's kind of like dough. You're kneading dough, so it's squeezing and compressing and stretching and squeezing, compression, and it's all that's going on in here. Is this an area that's highly active? Sure. The 1700 quake that everybody is so well aware of, and you know, where the whole rip happened from Washington all the way down into northern Cal. that full 800-mile rip, that is akin to what happened in Turkey. And the record shows that happens every couple hundred years. I don't know the exact number, the average, but it happens every couple hundred years. The last time it happened, I think it's every 300 years. The last time it happened was 1700. So we're at that point already. And we're a little bit beyond the average every 200 to 300 years for this area to rip. I haven't heard anything about Southern Cal and, on average, but we live in an earthquake zone, or I live in an earthquake zone, and there's earthquakes that happen here all the time. Sometimes we're quiet, sometimes we're not, we have the Mexicali quake that turned into the, Joshua Tree that turned into Landers and then turned into, Big Bear, which turned into, the one just outside of that, forget what it's called, but Hector Mine, and then Ridgecrest. All of those happened, and they're all sevens except for the 29 or the Joshua Tree and Big Bear. All of those were sevens, and the only place that hasn't hit was Barstow, and so naturally assume Barstow would go, but it hasn't. So I don't know the history behind Barstow and whether or not it does that, but it's, I don't know. But all of that is ancient volcanics from all the way to the north, all the way to south. And all of that is being broken up. There's tons of volcanic stuff in that area, in the desert of California. Tons. Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, Washington. Tons of it. Is that an indicator of earthquakes? It probably. I mean, look at what's happening in Italy. Sicily. Sicily's got Etna. I mean, that's had a couple good quakes. Etna's been erupting. Etna's filling back up, probably, because of them earthquakes. But hey, what do you know? I don't know. 4.3 point in Greece. Yeah, Greece has been pretty busy a little bit. And 55 has made it into the house. Yep. Big hugs, Flutter, and big hugs to 55. She's so calm. See two long lows in the Greenland recorder. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Deck is needs a refresh. So in the tremors constantly there's tremors down here. Does that mean that Shasta, which is right here, is going to pop? Or is there a new volcano that's going to come up right here? Or is this little volcano down here? I don't know where you think it's right in here. Is it going to pop? I don't know. Nobody does. So calling, I said, look, you say there's a place of interest and there's a likelihood that something could happen, but, we just don't know. Sometimes we can say, yeah, there's thing's starting to hit, bang, 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 like what's happening in Southern Cal. So it's more of a risk, say a higher risk of something happening. But I'd rather have 100 3s and 4s than 1 7. Because that Coulomb stress that builds up can be released by 100 3s and 4s so that the 7 doesn't hit. And that's the way to pray, by the way. Just give us a bunch of little ones, not a big one. Yeah. What else? Any drunk Chinese out there? I don't know. Ever since the saber rattling, it's been quiet in this region. And in this region, hasn't gone off in some time. And yet we've had plenty of earthquakes. I just think we found a way to that way they were communicating, and they've since stopped it. Somebody's watching JSL. Nothing happening out here. What about over here, the Thompson Seamount? Well, no. Right there, it's not popping. Yep, he's gone quiet. What about over the Ruskies? The Ruskies over here? Nope. Nope. They're all quiet too. Whatever. Let's go ahead and check the volcano news for the weekend. It takes me a minute to push through all the things, get all the way back because we looked up some dude's nose. I freaking hate that. The advertising is just no. All right, so this is on 4/29. This is Saturday. So let's keep looking at that. Not the guy's nose, damn it. Yeah, anyway. Okay. On Saturday, Popo was popping to 21. Shivalush to 14. Shivalush popped to 52,000 feet. It's a 12,000 foot mountain. And yeah, it blew its stack, right? We haven't seen any other effects. I'd like to see the images of it now versus where it was. And I bet you that cork that was there is gone. And there's a lot of flow that has happened. Because it popped 52 several times, and then 30s. And then some other volcanoes just south of it, 50 miles away, did the same thing. And there were earthquakes here this weekend in that area. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, right up here is Shivalush. So you see 3.8. It's just still quaking. 3.8, 4.0. Right in that region in the last week. Off the shore down here too. But yeah, that's what's happening down there. So when we talk about Shivalush, that's up there in Alaska, right? All right, so you know. Fuego, low emissions. Reventador down in Ecuador, back to normal. It's low, 3,000 footer. Popo, 22, is still puffing. Shivalush, 14, is back to normal. Sabancaya, down in the armpit of South America, is at 22 from a 19,000 mountain. It sounds like Cotopaxi in Ecuador has gotten quiet. Let's see where Cotopaxi is. Dun. And then go to here. Volcanics. All right. So right there. Cotopaxi's right there. It's in just behind the volcanic arc. Cotopaxi is a 19,000 foot mountain. Reventador is up here. And Sangay is down here. Those three mountains are the busiest in this country of Ecuador. Earthquakes do happen on here. Here's the Galapagos, right? The Galapagos Rift. And we often see that little square area a lot of times. Yeah. So that's the area that's we're watching there. Sangay over in that area, 19,000. That's a blow blast too. So Reventador, Sangay, and Cotopaxi on Saturday were nominal, if anything. Popo is still the same thing. Sabancaya, 25. Sabancaya is around the bottom down here. Right there. Okay. It's Peru, the southern half of Peru. And you can see in the ocean the Chile rise, and it goes right up in here. There's another one too. goes right up in here, and you can see. I was looking up the Incas that lived right here, right north of Sabancaya, and how they lived far out. Machu Picchu is right up in here, just southern Peru. And yeah, so that's on the 29th. On the 30th, Cotopaxi, still the same. Semeru over in Indonesia, 12,000 foot mountain. It's only got a 15. Ebico up there at Kamchatka. Kamchatka's here. Ebico's right on the corner. 10,000 foot. Shivalush popping to 13, so 13, 14. Nothing big happening on Sunday. Sabancaya, 19,000 going to 22. Not a whole lot. Popo still doing about 19 out of a 17.8. Shivalush volcano, recent mass eruption consequences. Maybe they do have something here. Yeah, hopefully. Nope, they only have the one picture, huh? The riverbed filled with ash deposits. All right. Ash affected the forest. Pyroclastic flows. Then Shivalush. So it looked like it went down this way. So, boom. Yep, it went south. Yeah. And it went south, and so did Bezimani, and the next one to it, Bezimani. That went 30,000 feet the day before Shivalush popped. So, I mean, on April 27th, a group of volcanologists leading by Alex went to investigate the consequences of the mass eruption. South of the volcano, they found a base camp completely destroyed by the large pyroclastic flow. The riverbed near the forest and snow are covered by tephra and ash layers. In addition, the snow is being melted at the contact with the sun, which is in turn forms thick mud. Ash blend pyroclastic flow stopped about 2 kilometers from the bridge crossing the river, and the tephra ash deposits thickness about 10 centimeters. Judging from the latest satellite images, the volcano, the block and ash flow deposits seem to cover an area of about 100 kilometers squared and reach about 21 kilometers distance from the lava dome itself. Okay, so we got an update. Thank you. Continuous emissions out of Sabancaya is normal, 22. Fuego's popping again, back to it. 15, that's its normal. Popo, that's still about 19 to 22. Sabancaya is still about 24. Yeah, 21 for Popo. Fuego's the 15th. And that's then. That's of the 30th. So why don't we see what in the news today? Volcano news, May 1st. Fuego, Popo, Barren Island, Semeru, Tucono, and Sabancaya. So Nevada del Ruiz to 20,000. It's 17,000. It's calmed down a little bit. Fuego still about 15. It's normal. Sabancaya 24 from a 19 and change. Still about the same. Popo to 20. Barren Island volcano. Continuous emissions to 15. Let's find out where Barren Island is. I have no idea. All right. Barren Island volcano. I don't know. Let's look it up. I've never heard of it. So, oh my gosh, up here. Oh, that's not good. No. We just had the 6 down here, And this is the area that I find really in the danger zone. Anywhere from about right here in the bottom of the islands all the way up in here. That's where we had 27 sevens from the year 2000 to 2016. They were having 1 to maybe 2 a year. And then after 2016, nothing. I mean, nothing. The strongest quake we've had lately was a 6. And it was right here. Here's the 7-1. Sorry, we did have a 7. And that was the most recent one. From 2016 to now, 2023, this is the only quake 7 and above. From 2016 to 2000, from 2000 to 2016, there were 27. Then it stopped. But we've seen a pickup of 1 7, another 7, another 7 6, another 7, and another 7, and another 7, a 7 6. All of this in the southern section or the eastern section. Then we start to see an uptick of volcanic activity through Java. You know, you have Simiru, and also the one east of it popped a little bit too. Bromo. And then you have Merapi is acting up. And then up here, we had a pretty good solid quake in Badung. It killed a lot of people. Krakatoa has been acting up. And then one of these ones right up in here, Currency, was acting up. The other ones haven't. So one to the north up here in Barren Island, that's pretty darn interesting. 15,000 out of an 1,100 foot mountain. Hey, that's some activity right there, boy. Explosive activity continues. Wow. Last time it popped, May 1st. All right. January of 22, December of 22, 5,000 and some unrest. Barren Island is possession of India, Andaman Sea, about 135 miles or kilometers northeast of Port Blair in the Andaman Islands. Is the only historically active volcano along the north-south trending volcanic arc extending between Sumatra and Burma, or Myanmar. The 354 meter high island is the emergent summit of a volcano that rises from the depth of about 2,200 meters. The small, uninhabited 3 kilometer wide island contains roughly 2 kilometers wide of caldera with walls 250 to 350 meters high. The caldera, which is open to the sea on the west, was created during a major explosion eruption in the late Pleistocene that produced pyroclastic flows and surge deposits. The morphology of the fresh pyroclastic cone that was constructed in the center of the caldera has varied during the course of historical eruptions. Lava flows fill much of the caldera floor, have reached the sea along the western coast during the eruptions in the 19th century, and recently in 91 and in 1995. All right, so there you have it. That's Barren Island. So 95 and 91 are the latest. So it's popping right now. Like I said, it's not a very big mountain coming out of the water, 1,100 feet, and it popped to 15,000. Yeah, boy. That's a new one. Yeah. Dukono and Halemarahara Near frequent eruptions go on, and the explosive eruption of the volcano continues to remain essentially unchanged. Dakono. And Dakono and Ibu over here in Halamarahara. I know I don't say it right, but it's my way of saying it, okay? Here's Dakono. Here's Ibu. Right there and right there. Both are erupting. Down the middle is so much activity, it's crazy. Orangutan has since decreased its activity. But we'll see, right? Fuego, popping to 16 is pretty much. Fire Mountain there in Guatemala. And I'll show you where that is. Here's Bacaya. That erupted 21. And it spewed out things. And we watched it destroy some farms. Fuego's right here. It spewed out a little bit. Up here is Santa Maria and Santa Guido. So that's where this is right here. All right. That has since stopped. Okay. Barren Island. Yeah, 15,000. Sabancaya and the armpit of South America to 24. It's just a mountain that's growing, right? Still producing a lot of stuff. Simeru volcano, 14,000 out of a 12,000. So that's pretty much it for the weekend. Let's go right to the earthquakes. So let's go to, let's go to page 19. And what day is that? 28th. I think we want the 27th. So we'll go to the 27th. So we can get up to date. That's all we're trying to do. All right, here's the 27th. Anything above a 4. So southern Peru is popping to 4.3. At 169 depth. It's pretty deep. Right there. Right? And the volcano is right up in here, I think. Yeah, right up in here. Not far from the volcano. Sabancaya. Honduras had a 4. Hey. We don't see very many there. All right. Right in the bay there. For one, Veracruz, Mexico. On the backside here, yeah. Yeah, you can see the line here. Yeah, that's all the Chicken Lake. This is Chicken Lake. These are the, chicken fingers. South Sandwich Islands popped with a 5.6 on Saturday. This has been the area of concentration of activity in the south of the South Sandwich Islands. 6.0 Fiji with a 593. Right. This was a very big activity this weekend. We were watching for quite a bit on Saturday. And I think I don't think I recorded it, but we talked about it quite a bit. Pretty deep. We're wondering why here. And this is the pizza boxes here. The spreading zone is out here. So, hey. If it's spreading, these are the pizza boxes. It's the uplift. They're, yeah. Yeah, pretty good uplift too, let me tell you. South Fiji Islands again, 576. We're looking for a 7.1. We ended up with a 5.5, a little bit less, and still popping at depth, good depth, 576 from 593. And did I miss? I think I missed page 20. Yeah. 5.5 Central Fiji Islands. 4.6 Kamchatka popped at a 4.6 off the coast. Fiji Islands again. This time it's less yet. Went from a 6 to a 5.5 to a 4.5. Still up around 590 in depth. 4.1 Turkey. 4.4 Isuzu Islands off Japan. That's a southern island. I'll show you that. This area here. Now, Japan has been getting activity right in this generalized area. A little bit here, but Tokyo seems to be getting something. An uptick. 4.5. Right off the Southern Cal. This is what the this area got hit a few times. This may have been why up here started bouncing, was due to this stuff down here. It is along the East Pacific Rise. Go to 19. Yep, slowing down. Azerbaijan, the women are arguing up there. Fiji again, 4.8, 593, still about 600 almost. Dang. Hokkaido, Japan, up in the north, 4.3. And we'll see that again. Right up in here. This section of Japan is just really busy. Of course, it had the 9.1. What, in 2012? Somewhere in there. I don't know. 814. But also, it had that big one where that major tsunami came in. We watched that. Guatemala, 4.4. Right? Salvador, Guatemala, and up here, Chiapas, Mexico, Guatemala, Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. You can see Guatemala, Salvador, and Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica, and then Panama. All right, so you can memorize that. 5.7 near the coast of Papua, Indonesia, happened on Saturday. Look where this hit. This hit again in this section on the eastern side. Something's going on over here. Okay, you got an error that happened in Alaska. 6.2 showed up. 1632, NORCAN shows it off. Nova Scotia 4.1. 20 minutes before the AK air event, I said there was a puzzling piece missing. That offshore Nova Scotia was that missing piece. All right. Interesting. Thank you, Kat. Scooby's in the house. Okay. So Canuck says the historical record shows that Revia Gagito, right out here, a couple of volcanoes out here. This area had a 7 before the 1906 quake. So we watch this area, we watch Colima as well, and we watch Nevada del Ruiz. Those are things that have gone off and hit when big stuff was happening down here in Southern Cal. And yeah, just so you're aware. And the historical record shows for Sumatra popping that it was Eastern PNG got some good quakes as well. North Island, New Zealand, deep 750. Wow. 750 right there. That's like, oh man. Way deep. It's only a 4, but it's way down there. This plate has been going down there a long time. Think about it. 750 kilometers, right? It's been subducting at 10, they said at 10 millimeters, not centimeters, millimeters. 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter a year. How many years for 1 centimeter does it take it to go 750 kilometers? Do the math. How many centimeters in a kilometer? How many kilometers? 750 kilometers. Oh man, how many years is that? 1 centimeter. I don't know how many centimeters are in a damn kilometer. Does anybody have that? Use that? I'd have to look that sucker up. How many centimeters are in a kilometer? $100,000. So, and times 700 and what? How many? 750 kilometers. Right? $75 million. 75 million years. Wow. So this portion where the quake went down there 75 million years ago. Wow. Hey, Conan, nice to see you. Okay. She's talking about Canada. Fiji, another 4.2 at 584. Man, 750. Oof. We'll go page 18. Salvador had a 4.2. Off Oaxaca had a 4.2. Moving on up. Looks like pressure moving north. Banda Sea had a 4.1. Papua, Indonesia, 4.3. You just move slow sometimes here. There's another one. Couple of bangers down here. Yes, sir. Normally we thought the largest quake in this area was an 8, and it was down here. The 7.6 that happened, where was it? Right about here. That was the largest quake since that 8 that was down here. Normally there's big ones over here, but hey, up here there is. And this is the island and this region right here that when this goes, I watch Sumatra. Banda Seas 4.1. 4.8, Southern Fiji, another 600 depth. Fiji Islands. Crazy what's going on right there. This is creating more plate. It's pushing. There's an uplift right here or a downlift. I don't know. Let's see what we can see. Eh? So this little noise maker right here. Negative 4980. Yeah, it's an uplift. Crazy. 16. 810. five, yeah. Pizza boxes. Can you see them? Pizza boxes. I think we talked about that before over the weekend. Pizza boxes being pushed on the side like this. So in this event, the big one's here in the front and doesn't go quite as high as the other one. And yet the other one's a little bit higher. And then the ocean's like right up here. Let me draw a fatter picture for you. The ocean's here. So the height, this one's a little bit higher than all of those. And here's the trench. This goes down the trench. And the deposits are right here. But this driving, pushing this up, pushing this up, pushing this up. So we have a little higher spot, a little higher spot, and then a bigger spot, and then the trench. And that's what's visible right here. Here's the trench, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, and this is a little bit higher. Because this out here is 14 depth. This is 7. You know, this is 15. Right? You can understand how that works then. It's wild. It's wild. 4.8 South Fiji. My God. That's the same one, right? Yeah. 608. Looking up for 5.8 to 5.9. Sulawesi, 4.0. Pretty deep on Sulawesi. They get deep ones here too. Sulawesi is kind of the crab-looking thing, you know, starfish, you know, kind of with tentacles that all kind of point that direction. You got like 5 legs. Vanuatu, 4.6 at 140 depth. .50 Mindoro, Philippines, 5.0. Not a good spot for 5.0. Why? Right there. Super volcano. Yeah, Taal is a super. And it has been erupting. Not with pyroclastic flows or anything like that, but the water ones, the hydro something blasts. And it drained this the lake in there. Last year, the year before? There was no more water in here. It didn't drain this, it drained that. Yeah, I think the water's since come back, but water seepage into that thing, but I'll have to look that up for you. Papua again for 4. Kermitic region. Look at this. Kermitic 600 depth. The whole region here all the way down to here. This is 750. This is 600. All these are 600 or thereabouts. All of this region is so damn deep. Quakes are happening that depth. That's just crazy. I think we need to know more about what's happening down here. Why? I understand the pizza box thing, but why is it just getting pounded with so many deeps? Is it because of the volcano and Hunga Tonga Happy Eye? You know, blowing a hole through the floor and then closing up? I don't know. Don't know that. Yeah, northern Italy popping with a little 1.5, but that's an interesting one. Lombok, nothing much. So there has been a lot of deeps. 516, another South Fiji, 4.5. 516 depth. It's crazy. .9, Sumbawa region, Indonesia, 4.9. Damn near 5. And here's our boy. He lives over here. 134. And look at here. A 5. Shallow too. Now, Simi Lulu has another one. Simon. Oh, another 5 up here. Oh, you got a 7 down here where this enough is, and then that one. Boom. And then the volcano popping up here. Looking for the trends. That's all you can do. You can look up the smaller ones, and then if you see something that interests you that you see happen, go ahead and put it in chat or in the comments down below. Guerrero, Mexico, 4.0 on Saturday, ending up Saturday. So now we're into Sunday. 4.1, Russian-Mongolian border, 4.1. Lake Baikal, following that trend, on over, 4.1. Barber, Indonesia, the Barber just northeast of Timor. We got this little swarm happening here off of PNG, and just east of it, where the 7.6 happened, we see some activity picking up. Kyushu, Japan. I'm going to go look at this one. It's a 3.5, but yeah. Over by Nagasaki. That stress moves on in. Usually goes the backside. Comes up this way. Comes up and passes into the here through Lake Baikal. Up through Lake Baikal. Ends up over where we just had that Russian quake. But we'll see if that continues. The Russian-Mongolian border. Kermitics had a 221, a little 3.9. Off the coast of New Zealand had a 3.2. Central Turkey popping with a 4.5 at 5 depth. People are feeling these things, man. They ain't done. It's not like these guys can get their lives back together. You know? Papua, 2 Papuas in a row, 4.5 and 4.6. Yeah, still banging right here. Crazy. Near the coast of Papua again, 4.0. Yep. Oh my God, what a swarm that is. All on Sunday and Saturday. Ryukyu Islands, Japan. 4.6. Is this off Guam? Yeah, off Guam. Not Guam, but Okinawa. It's in the trench. Yeah. Marguerite Islands. I think that's south of New Zealand, 5.1. Yeah, it is south of New Zealand. The Marguerite Islands are over here. It's underneath Australia. And like I said, watching this area, I don't remember when I said it, but it was, I like to say they bleed into one. The area was being watched the last few days, probably the last week, underneath Australia. The Bellini Islands got a 5.1. God bless America. The Marguerite and then the Bellini. Wow. Go figure that. Thanks, 42. Yeah, Conan's a cool cat. Wow. Marguerite Annabellini. How many times you seen that happen? You want to look up Greenland and Nova Scotia area, maybe even Rick James over to Iceland. I'm gonna be thinking it's something up in that region's gonna be going here. Fiji again is at less shallow, 272 at 4.3. Guatemala ended up with a 4.2 offshore. Vanuatu again 4.5 at 10 depth. We still have 13 pages here, boy. Come on now. Don't fade on me now. My coffee's gone. Flores Sea 260 was a 4 depth. I mean a 4.0. All right. Offshore Oaxaca 4.1. The Nides region right there. Yeah, that's up there in Sumatra. The area that gets the largest quakes. You have to pay attention. We got some activity up here. Yeah, especially when near 300,000 people lost their lives. Yeah. I don't know how to, yeah. Okay, go to 12. Southern Cal, popping. That's when it hit that 4.0, 4.1. This is where it was happening over the weekend. It started here just south of El Centro. And then it jumped over to here, just north of the volcano. And the volcano had a couple of tinks as well. So, odd. Yeah. And Ocotillo Wells had some over the weekend as well. But, yeah, like I said, that's all for discussion group down here. Noise complaint in Ottawa 51 minutes ago. Why a noise complaint? Freaking liberals. Oh God, don't pull his finger. It'll make a noise report. Capulin Barber again, 4.1. Gulf of Aden, 4.7. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking over here, Dubai, a big uplift, but it's not ancient far as I know. I'd like to see more images.
Get down. Sorry.
Kitty cat jumping on a counter. We don't tolerate that crap. Okay, 11. Let's see here. 4-4, Sumba region, Indonesia. I don't remember where Sumba is. Oh, that's down there in Timor. Look at all the quakes happening right here. Right? Here's Timor. Look at them all. We got a list here. And we got a list here. What's going on? Oh, you can see the bang bang, how it kind of bends right there. Yeah, bread thief also likes spice cake. That's funny. Damn hippies. 4.8 Ryukyu Islands again. Japan. Yep. And Greece, 4.3. 75 people felt this one. Okay. Gulf of Corinth. Yeah, this has hit before. USGS had it over here, but yeah. Yeah. That's when I first started seeing USGS and EMSC not agreeing on the locations. I tend to go wherever the country says it is rather than USGS. I don't think their AI is very good. It's the city that they list, not the center of the earthquake so much. So is the city they list. So like Merkleyville, when it was not Merkleyville, it was Walker. I mean, right next to the town of Walker, but Merkleyville was 20 miles north. Hey, but they're the boss, right? So I just think it's an AI error. 4.3 Greece, and that's what we got. So we're back down to 10 pages now. Wow, it's taking a minute to get here. Sicily popping into 2.5 pretty deep. Argentina, that's a normal. Central Turkey still 4.0. Off the east coast of North Island, New Zealand, 232 depth, 4.2. 4.2, 232, and 750. 500 difference. That's crazy. Maybe it's this edge thing here, huh? Right? See that edge? Yeah. I wonder. That makes sense to me. Fornés is still in wonky mode, not consistent with anything in my view. La Fornés, okay. Oaxaca, Mexico, going at 99 depth, 4.2. That's well beneath the plate. Chiapas, 4 volt. That's on the plate, off the coast. So, all right. Been enough 4s in this area to tell us, that chicken leg's moving, baby. That chicken leg. Oh, I had a new chicken video too. I think I got it saved. Mexicali, Cali border, a bunch of 3s and 2s. We talked about that already. It was the talk all the weekend. Everybody was crapping their pants. And there's another 5. That place swarms on and off, so it's not like you can say it hasn't swarmed before. They do get a lot of swarms in that area, so it doesn't mean it won't happen. It means it will. And I think it happens when the chicken leg's moving west or northwest, and it is moving that way now. Northwestern Kashmir got a 4.1. Here we are 12 hours out now on the 30th. So that was Saturday. Now we're into Sunday. Tonga 4.5. Russia 4.9. Where the heck is this one? Oh, the backside, way up at the top. I don't know. We don't see a whole lot of these. Follow this line straight up, and that's where you get it. Okay. Turkmenistan came in with a 4.5. on this side, Azerbaijan on this side. Both are popping now. Going into Turkey, bringing more stress into Turkey. Like Turkey needs more stress. Well, anyway. Forward turn 4.2 of Nicaragua. Oblast, Russia, 4.2. Come on. Again, down here. So we got some up here. We've got the one off of Japan. It took a few days to work its way around. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my theory, anyway. The Kara Sea still intrigues you? Yeah. Well, because you don't know much about it. It intrigues me too. Yeah, it's along that plate boundary. Yes, it's an ancient plate boundary, yeah. 4.7 Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Hey, there's a 4.7 Mid-Atlantic. Excuse me. Apologize. Didn't mean to do that. I think we were looking for something here the other day. I was talking with Clemmer about it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. What do you think, Clem? I don't remember. Yeah, right where the flare hit. Yeah. Yeah. So the other one here. Hit yesterday at 4 o'clock in the morning UTC. Central Mid-Atlantic, yeah. Leyte, Philippines got him with a 4.3. It's 100 depth. Yeah. Venezuela, Portuguese, 4.6. Oh, look at there. Oh. Right out here is Nevada del Ruiz. We've been getting some quakes here in these mountain ranges and in this one here. But look at this one. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The reason I always bring this because the Caracas had a 7. What was it? 19 or 1811, 1812? Somewhere in there. Right around the same time New Madrid went off. I just so happen to believe it's related. I do. Now, I don't know what else happened in north of or in Central America and northern South America, but for that thing to go 3 times, something big. I know the West Coast was going, but I'm wondering. I think this went down here too, and also the volcano popped that time period. Yeah, 7.7 in 1812. Yeah, in March. Yeah, so right after the other ones, and yeah. Dibs on the Caribbean Trench. All right, buddy. Guatemala 4.0. Portuguese, Venezuela 4.6. Fiji 4.7, 598. You know, and you keep going, boom, 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 some deepies. Miramar comes up with a 4.7, 95. I haven't seen really too much in this. So, earthquake started here, went to here, volcano went off here, and now we got an earthquake up there. traveling along the plate boundary. It's just an observation. If you can't see it, keep looking. Southern Cal, look at all these Southern Cals. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Had people in a tizzy, man, I'll tell you. 3.5, where's this one? Yeah, 3.5 out here. Well, while this was popping, 3.5 down here. Yeah, you think they're related? Could be. Yeah, a lot of people were going, oh my God. It swarms on occasion. I think you put all the swarms together, yeah, you might see something. 4.3 Kuril, north of Japan. Caucasus region, 4.2 Urusha. All right. Dun, 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 dun. 4.8 Eastern New Guinea. Wow. All right. Little bummer right there. Huh. Vanuatu or Xanadu has been busy. So you got to think more pressure coming up in there. Off the coast of Honshu, 4.4. Right here, right off Tokyo, man. You got to wonder. The largest city in the world, the most dense. Yeah. Central Turkey had a 4.3. Veracruz, Mexico got a 4.1. Should be on the inside lane. Right there. Bang. That's where the knuckle is. That's the cutoff for me of the chicken leg. Yep. Process some chickens, you'll know. Near East Kamchatka got a 4.5. And Oaxaca again came in with a 4.2. Near the east coast of Kamchatka. Let's see this. Yeah, there was a couple. Here's Shivalush. A couple of quakes right around Shivalush, right? And it's still popping. Kuril Islands came in with a 4.7. Offshore Kolyma. Uh-oh. All right. Kolyma volcanoes up in here, so you see a concentration of quakes here and over here. And we've got some more out this way, but not a whole lot. We're still yesterday. Oaxaca had a 4. Molucca Sea came in with a 5.2. Kuril again with a 4.7. Pretty crazy in this area right here. And Augusta, Chile at a 4.7. Central Turkey still bouncing. Another off Kolyma, 4. Chicken legs on the move, baby. Chicken leg, chicken leg. Isuzu Islands, Japan, 408. Really deep, 4.3. More pressure being brought up. Oblast again, 4.3. Oblast has been busy. This is all of Oblast, right? The Mongolian border. Stress moving through. Yes, sirree. Ancient plate boundary. Ancient rift zone. I'm not sure, but I wonder if it shows it. Yeah, it does. All right. Compression. Spreading, eh? No. Transform, so strike slip. Spreading's purple. Compression's purple. All this is compression. This is strike slip. And this is spreading, which is strike slip as well. So, the backside of Japan, all compression. So up in here, where we just had the deep Isuzu, subduction, compression. This is moving south. It's moving south. It's moving from this direction. North America is pushing all this way. And then this is coming in. Much like this is coming this way and this pushed down. Interesting. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Page 4. Are we coming on to days yet? Yeah, we're coming close. 4.1 of Oaxaca. 4.5 Honshu, Japan. And then Hokkaido had a 4.4. Let's check where this 4.5 went. Right by Tokyo. And then up by Hokkaido. Quite interesting. Well, we're into today, so we're 12 hours out. 5-1, Kermadec Islands, New Zealand. Yeah, banging. You can see the swarm building up. It's shallow. It's a 12. Let's see. 4-3, Kamchatka, near the east coast of Kamchatka. Yep, right there by Shivalush. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. 5-3, Riku Islands. Riku Islands is starting to swarm now. Kodiak Island came in, but yeah, Riku Island's coming in with 5s now. Banging. Southern Italy at a 5-0. And you can see where the other couple hit. Straight line right from where? There's Etna right there. Stress. I would have thought after the 2 giant quakes in Turkey that Etna would have just lost her mind. She's holding on to it. Kind of odd to me. Ryukyu Islands again, 5.9. Strong 5.9. Right there. Boom. That's a swarm building there too. 4-0 Chiapas, Mexico. 4-1 near Honshu, Japan. 4-1. We've got activity here, and activity right here, and activity right there. I wonder what's going on. I wonder. 4-9 Ryukyu Islands. Jeez. Honshu, Japan. 4-1. 5-0 Ryukyu Islands again. Gee. That thing's hitting hard right there by Okinawa. Offshore Oaxaca. Northern Peru. 4.9. We're 10 hours out now. Salta, Argentina, 4.3. That's pretty common. Doesn't mean it's not a big deal. It is, but it's pretty common. Azores, Cape Vincent Ridge, 2.1. Bang. Right out there. Yeah. I don't know if there's any high rises in Luzon. I need to find out if there's any tall buildings in Luzon. If somebody knows, they can tell me in chat there. Or it should be near it. Not maybe in the city, but just outside or whatever. Northern Peru. 4.3. Pyrenees active. What time are these things? 6:40. Well, it's before the flare. I wonder. Wonder if the area starts to feel the charge before the flare. Kind of like the Earth calling for it to happen. Ryukyu Islands, Japan again, 5.3. God bless America. Bam. That area is pissed off. Northern Peru, 5.2. Again. Well, this is interior. Wow. And we're about 5 hours out now. Veracruz, Mexico, 3.6. Coquimbo, 3. Fiji, 5.5 at 578. Still in that region. Before it was right here. Now it's just north of it. Another 5, the Kermitics. Shallow depth 10. Still something happening there. So 5-0 Kermitics. 4-0 off Honshu, Japan. Again. All right. It seems like it is moving further out. So it was here, and then moving out. Moving north. 4.2 in Greece. About an hour and a half ago. Honshu, Japan again. Had a 4. Ryukyu Islands again. 0 depth, 4.6. It's breaking the surface now. Not good. Well, and then Eastern Turkey 2.7. That's it for everything. God bless America. Greenland had a 3.8 earlier today. Ryukyu is known for swarming area. Yeah. Da-da-da-da. I know, right? Lhasa Free blew up in May 1812. Yep. Yes, sir. So we had March, and then we had May. Yep. So that whole area really moved coming out of the 1911, 1912 earthquakes in New Madrid. The South felt it. And if the South can feel it, that means the South can push the North as well. That's why I say both ways, right? But anyway, that'll do it for the morning report. If you'd like to see something a little more added or a little less of something maybe, or if you got a suggestion, leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for doing that, by the way. They help me continue doing this. Yeah, we may do Rabbit Hole this week, depending on what happens. Wednesday at 5 o'clock here on the west coast of North America, and we'll see what transpires. We don't know yet exactly, but I think I have an idea regarding it. But as you can see, the many volcanoes in the area, right? Alaska, yeah, and the little bit over here, and yet we pay so much attention over here when the rest of the planet is extremely busy. Sometimes it takes 1,000 miles up to take a look at your world and decide, well, that area, why are we so focused in it? Well, you know why. Because we speak it. Yep. But anyway, if you don't have a plan for an event, whether it be, do you know that there are plans for solar events in place? We'll be discussing some of those here shortly. And what cities are to do and what people are to do during those events, a major solar event. Yeah, the sun controls the weather. That's what's believed. So our storms by the sun. So, hey. Speaking of storms, let's see what COD has to say as we close out this afternoon. Look at the big storm on the East Coast. Wow. Cold air coming down the coast and the West Coast. Let's go start at the West. And there we go. What happened to that storm I saw before? Where did it go? 30. It disappeared. Wow. Upper level. All right. Well, it pushed down pretty quick. Yep. It moved all the way down here to Southern Cal. This is the upper level. Looks like more rain coming up out here. Next few days, it'll come back and around. Looks like this is going to move west or east. I'm sorry. And we look at the east and go upper level and push play. All that dry air is missing here. Well, this not looking good. If it comes like that, generally, nor'easter kind of looks like that, but I don't think there's going to be a nor'easter. Who knows? I think my gamma ray suit and cleaners. Well, you might want to get that on. You can buy some foil, put a foil hat on, protect your brain. Anyway, that's North America. Let's see. Wendy, over there where Sister Lizard is. And over here, she's got 55 degrees as landscapers are coming by. Perfect time to quit. Remember, have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, we'll help you put one together for an event, crisis event. And don't be scared, be prepared. And remember, as I always tell everybody, no, don't pull my finger. Don't get none on you. Love you. I'm Joe Slick. I'm out. Have a good day, a good week. Prepare. Because it's easier to prepare than easier to respond. It's much easier. And I'll be right back. Love you.